awakening. Everybody ain't making it.
All insecurities come from judgment. If we were never told that we are too fat, too skinny, too ugly, too disabled, then we would never know what an insecurity feels like. But the law of opposites makes us look at life through a greater than, less than microscope. On top of our parents or authority figures, help us see what is greater than or less than. The problem is compassion has been completely taken out of judgment because we separate ourselves from each other. I believe we are all here to be a mirror for each other. Most of us have been psychologically torn because we have been harshly criticized and traumatized by people who are supposed to care about us. So instead of embracing the reflection in the mirror, we learn to identify with the cracks in our reflection. We grow up in a world that teaches us to ignore our tears. As a person that is highly in touch with my emotions, I can tell you that the thick skin is a result of our lack of compassion for each other. And all of this has led to an emotional instability within ourselves because we are told we can't be who we are without compassion. We can't be who we're becoming without compassion. We can't make mistakes without compassion. So we grow like a withering plant not being watered by compassion into these critical thinking beings. And as critical thinking beings, we can't see the mistakes through the eyes of our heart. And so now we have learned to defend our traumas. We've learned to defend our reflection or the cracks in our reflection. And since we have learned to defend our traumas and the cracks in our reflection, we end up becoming an enemy to our own growth. We end up being the cause of our own suffering. We end up fighting the watering of love that grows us. But when we start embracing the love from within and start to see things through the eyes of our heart, we start loving the image that we see in the mirror. We start repairing the cracks that we can, and we start embracing self-love in its purest form on this journey. I think the biggest lesson for all of us to learn is to acknowledge that our world is really lacking love and compassion, and to find ways to open up our heart, because we are the healers. We are the healers, not me alone, not you alone. We are the healers, and we have to be responsible for healing our world. I love y'all. Peace.
I told the sun to follow me into the darkness, and I told the darkness to follow me into the light. What a joy it was, what a joy it was to see them both